Hello, everybody. We are still getting a lot of questions about the new pathway system, and that's to be expected. We're getting some questions over things that we went over in the May 16 meeting. Some of you were not able to be at that meeting, so that those are understandable as well. I just wanted to do a little recap, just a review of some of the things that we're getting questions about. So, first of all, this is the pathways chart. For a student to earn a diploma, he or she has to pass each of these subtests on one of these pathways. And you can piece together a diploma. For example, if a student passes, and this is actually what we want them to do, we want them to pass reading, and let me make that have no fill. And we want them to pass math and language on the TABE. That is sort of our district procedure because these are much less expensive than a HiSET. So we want every student to pass these three areas on the TABE. With very rare exception, this will be the case. They can pass in orientation on a pretest, or they can pass after 40 hours on a post-test. And I'll talk about exemptions in just a minute. So we want reading, math, and language to come from the TABE. They also have to pass science and social studies. And right now we're using the HiSET to do that. Eventually, GED will be an option. But this, for the majority of our students, is the pathway to the diploma. Okay. Question has been raised on HiSET if the composite score is still relevant, the 45. The answer is no, as long as you have at least one TABE score. If you're still relying on the HiSET, you have to have an 8 in each area, a 45 overall. But with the scenario that you see on your screen, the composite score is moot. You do not need a 45 if you're just doing science and social studies. If you get the minimum of an 8, it's passed. So I would encourage you to look back at your students who have passed science and social studies with an 8, but maybe didn't get the composite, because you may have a graduate without realizing it. So for right now, the vast majority of our students will follow this particular pathway. Students must take the TABE test on the computer or by Scantron. Scantron are the answer sheets that we showed you in the meeting that go with your scanner. The reason for this is that DRC, that's the company that manages TABE, must be able to speak directly to diploma sender in digital language. So the only way for that to happen is that the computer test is done, that is the ideal, or the Scantron. The only folks who should be using Scantron are people in the jails. And as soon as the tablets are up and running, we want to move away from the Scantrons. Every Scantron test, and that if you do a TABE, that's a reading, a math, and a language, each of those must be approved by me or Jennifer to use the Scantron sheet. You cannot just use the Scantron at will. HiSET writing, math, or reading. Now let me slow down here. HiSET writing, math, or reading must be approved by Jennifer. If you ask me for approval for those, I am going to tell you to give the TABE, because the TABE is less expensive. Students can take it here. It, in my opinion, is a better pathway. But Jennifer can approve the writing, math, or reading. Do not contact Wendy for vouchers on writing, math, and reading. Again, that has to go through Jennifer, because Wendy cannot give those, because we've told her or asked her to make sure that all of that goes through Jennifer. You may not transfer TABE answer sheets to Scantron. And I have told some of you that this is okay if you have an old answer sheet. Jennifer does not want that to happen, so do not transfer TABE answer sheets to Scantron. Jennifer did it in the meeting just to demonstrate the scanner. We were not meaning to convey that that is a good practice. She was just showing you how those answer sheets work. So please do not transfer answer sheets. And again, if you want to use Scantron, you need to get that approved from one of us, please. You must request an exemption to test students who have fewer than 40 hours since the last TABE. And if you need help doing that, I am happy to help you. Please contact me and I will be glad to help you. So let me just, I'm going to send this sheet to you. Let me just mark some things here. Exemptions right now are pretty easy to get. So if you give me a decent rationale, I can usually get those through. But that will change. So if you have any folks who want to do TABE exemptions, let's get that in pretty quickly. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I am happy to help you. I know this is confusing. So don't hesitate to say, I need some help. Those of you who have not been trained yet on the Scantron, the scanner and that training, we will get that very soon. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a good day.